Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles. I'm Teri Angel with my co-host Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And we are here tonight to discuss lesson 86 of A Course in Miracles and to learn what to do for lesson 87. Karen's going to help us with all of that. And I want to welcome everyone who came in to discuss tonight. Christine and Sunny, Charming Kunz.
Hello.
Jean Loria, and our Catherine. Thank you for being here. And here comes your friend Carolyn. We let her in the room. And then when she gets in here, Karen, if you would just take us into our hearts so we can have that opening meditation. Hi, Carolyn. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello. I'm a
So
friend
glad
of
you're here.
Catherine's. I'm a friend of Catherine's.
We were expecting you.
Oh, nice. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So we're going to take a couple of nice, slow, gentle, easy breaths. And just let yourself fall back into the stillness, feeling that embrace of absolute oneness and welcoming in the feeling state of perfect love. Perfect love is what we are. And when we relax and slow down and bring our attention to our original, innocent, true self, all the other things fall away as everything external is an illusion. And we're so done with that experience of being fooled by illusions. And we stay steady, abiding, and feeling this as a certainty. We embody the soul of oneness. And we rest and we trust and we listen as Spirit guides us. We let this time be a time of tenderness, where we're so tender with ourselves, because this dream of the illusion, this dream of separation, this dream of sadness and specialness and sacrifice and suffering is the ego's dream. And if we're looking through the body's eyes, we're choosing to see the separation. But when we have our eyes closed and we open our spiritual mind's eye, the light shines bright, and we feel and know that we are one light, one love. All is love. All is light. All is one. It's just so simple. And we have let that be simple. There is no statement that the world is more afraid to hear than this one. I don't know the thing I am. Therefore, I don't know what I am doing, where I am, or how to look upon the world or on myself. Yet in this learning is freedom born. And what you are will tell you of itself. Gently remind yourself, I do not know the thing I am. Therefore, I do not know what I am doing, where I am, or how to look upon the world or on myself. Reveal to me, Spirit, so that I may be shown the truth and that I may remember who I truly am. And as we come into this moment, bringing that light with us, feeling that beautiful ease of not knowing, we just rest as we can be happy learners and listen to a loving teacher who knows who we are and will help us to remember eternally.
So beautiful, Karen. Thank you. A loving teacher. I love that. I love that image. And that's exactly what this book is. It was given to us by the Master Jesus. And it's such a gift, such a wonderful gift. So this lesson that we are reviewing tonight, only God's plan for salvation will work. How did you all do with saying that and repeating it? This is our review of it. So we've been here before listening to it. And I'd just like to see if there were any responses that were maybe a little different than the first time we looked at it and heard this lesson. Anyone?
This lesson gives me so much comfort just to know that only God's plan will work and that I am part of God's plan and that I can take my part if I step back and listen and am guided.
I am happy and joyful, and I can't wait for our Easter.
You're muted, Auntie Jean.
Sorry, Christine, I didn't mean to try to interfere with your comment.
The-
When I first was introduced to this idea of salvation, I think we all had it. I shouldn't say that, I don't know. But I think I was confused about what are the steps to salvation, or what you know. And it's now that we've been doing our lessons, I realize it only means to love. And that loving is the answer. And, it's so simple, where before we made it so complicated. And like you said, the world tries to draw us into all kinds of other things that, that they think will save us or give us that feeling of home. But there's only one. It's only love. And it only comes from the divine. So now I'm getting less confused, I think is what I'm saying, as I keep studying. Because, I guess our minds are perceiving things in a different way through the eyes of God more than through the eyes of our own ego. So it's been exciting and wonderful.
It's like we came a long way in just the 3 months we've been doing this, It's like in the beginning we were like, what? Who? What? And now and now we're like beginning to understand what it's all like, and just to be in that love all the time, and to just sit with it, when we do the lessons. And we all have busy days and everything, but just to have that little bit of time in the morning and nighttime before we can and just enjoy God's presence in us. And, and it just makes for a happier day. I don't know. That's just the way I see it. It's been really good, and I want to thank you, Karen and Mama P over for doing this for us.
Yeah, God's plan for us is to be happy. That's God's will, is for all the creation to be happy. And that's the beauty of, that's God's plan. That's the plan.
Right.
That's a beautiful plan. And, when we are choosing to see with the eyes of the body and hear with the ears of the body, we're choosing to be unhappy. And that's really that simple. And basically, I have just come to one statement, one statement that I just answers everything. It's my response to all things the ego comes at me with. Not now, only love is real. It stops right in the tracks. It just instantly changes the frequency, no matter what the question is, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the problem looks like. Not now, only love is real. Because you know what, when you notice this, when you really notice it, the ego thought system is basically a broken record. It's constantly telling you about the past and trying to bring you into fear of the future. And if you just stay in the eternal moment, it has no power over you.
Thank you, Karen. Those are wonderful words. And I agree with you that only God's plan for salvation will work really is comforting. And you are very comforting. And your words are very comforting. And I thank you for that.
Thank you. That means so much to me because I'm only here to be truly helpful. I have no more interest in self-interests anymore. All I want is everyone to be happy.
Yes, it's true. It's true. And I just want to thank you because you always seem to channel very wisely, very wise words that come through you, and very comforting.
Well, bless you. Thank you, because that's a big thing for me to hear. So thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Karen, you were saying that you reply with only love is real. And I say that also, but I also say only love and light is welcome here. Anything else outside of love, like you said, I don't have any interest in it. And I know we live in this 3D world where we're constantly facing other things. But when we set that intention, only love and light, because that's what God is. And so I want to immerse myself in that energy of only being in the energy of love. And that's what I want to flow out into the world. And that's what I want to see when I look into the world. We see what we focus on. We can see all of the horrors of the world, everything that's going on, all of the darkness, or we can see the love and the light. It really is our choice. So,
there's always duality too in those experiences. The tragedy, you can see the darkness, but you can see the duality in it, because people just come flying out from everywhere to try and be of help, and one of the things that Mr. Rogers was very vocal in saying was, when his mom was alive, and he would ask her, what do we do when all this horrible stuff is happening? And she said, just look for the helpers. Just keep your focus on the helpers. They're always there. And that really, really hit home with me. And I find myself just always looking for the helpers. And God, we have the most incredible group here in Santa Barbara that's called the Bucket Brigade. And it's the most beautiful, beautiful organization of families that came together to help other families in the floods. And there were all these children and families coming together, filling up sandbags and putting sandbags into people's cars, putting groceries into people's cars, and going into homes and mopping up and cleaning up after the floods. I watched it and I thought, wow, what a blessing that, first of all, that these families are being able to give, and that these other families are able to receive. what a miracle, you know, just, and it's they're everywhere. If you just take a moment and look for them, you'll find them everywhere.
I'd like to read just a bit from the insights for this lesson. It says, if I think I have a problem, or if I think I have a grievance, the only way out of this grievance or problem is to return to love. I must be willing to open to my true self for the answer, not my projections of a world outside of me. Am I willing to quiet my mind and open up to the truth of my reality and everyone's reality? I receive a change of mind that truly works. When I receive this change of mind, I recognize the love behind all perceived forms of separation. As I am willing to focus on the love, the changeless truth, I see that there is nothing to do to change something in the outside world. It has all been in my mind. I love that. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to fix. All we have to do is return to love, and we see the divinity. We see what's really happening in the divine plan. And yeah, there is duality, but when we look on that with love and send love into it, it will change inside of us because it's inside of us. So I love this lesson, and just want to see if there's any last comments before we go into our review of what we're doing tomorrow. Okay.
All right, so we're moving on into our reviews. Today we'll cover lesson number 73. I will there be light. I will use the power of my will today. It is not my will to grope about in darkness, fearful of shadows and afraid of things unseen and unreal. Light shall be my guide today. I will follow it where it leads me, and I will look only on what it shows me. This day I will experience the peace of true perception. So, wow, thank you, Spirit. Just brought it right all together. Just there's the synopsis, like all together, just everything we just talked about. I'm going to read that again and a little slower so that we can realize that we really, really did just get an answer. I will there be light. I will use the power of my will today. It is not my will to grope about in darkness, fearful of shadows and afraid of things unseen and unreal. Light shall be my guide today. I will follow it where it leads me, and I will look only on what it shows me. This day, I will experience the peace of true perception. These forms of this idea would be helpful for specific applications. This cannot hide the light I will see. You stand with me in the light, and then fill in a name. In the light, this will look different. That's like the bucket brigades, you know? In the light, this will look different. When you look at it through the light, it's like, it's wow, holy cow. These beautiful families, look at what they're doing. So the next one is 74. There is no will but God's. I am safe today because there is no will but God's. I can become afraid only when I believe there is another will. I try to attack only when I am afraid. And only when I try to attack can I believe that my eternal safety is threatened. Today I will recognize that all this has not occurred. I am safe because there is no will but God's. And these are some useful forms of this idea for specific application. Let me perceive this in accordance with the will of God. It is God's will that you are his son, and then use a name, and mine as well. This is part of God's will for me, however I may see it. Boy, what a confirmation, huh? To what we just talked about.
Absolutely. That's beautiful.
Talk about instant confirmation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. And thank you, Tammy Fisk, who was with us for the discussion, and anyone else who was listening in. Thank you for being here, for just lending your presence, your love to this discussion. And Carolyn, welcome. I hope we will see more of you. We're here every night doing A Course in Miracles. And Catherine, it's always good to have you with us. So we're going to go into the chanting part of what we do, and all are welcome to stay on. If
Carolyn, did you want to share something?
My dog is barking right now. Actually, yeah. So actually, I'm a little tired, and I think I'm gonna sign off.
Okay, well, it's wonderful to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank
Nice
you so
to meet
much
you
for
too.
joining us.
I'm usually very participatory, but I'm a little tired right now.
It's okay.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for coming in.
Thank you for
for
joining
having
us.
me. Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Bless you.
And
Bless
you as
you.
well. Okay, so we're going to go into our first chant, which is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Karen, would you talk about that?
Yes, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Pataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gam
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gam
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Gana.
Take a breath into our heart center. Whatever we focus on expands. So let's focus on the energy of freedom that's in our hearts right now as we let go and release anything that's not serving our best and highest good. So just breathe into that heart space. Know that your energy is expanding. The more you focus in there, and let's let it raise our vibration higher and higher and higher. And from that perspective of being way, way accelerated in our frequency, we're going to see the miracles that flow in when we chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, would you talk about that, please?
Yes, this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho 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 Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Let's take a breath again into our heart center. Focus on the love, that beautiful energy of love that opens up for us with this particular chant, showing us that there is peace inside of us, and that's the place we go to. Every night we give homage to God and honor God with the chant of Om. We do it 3 times slowly, and you're welcome to join us. And then we stay in our hearts, nurturing that love before we send it out on assignment into the world. So take a breath in, and we'll begin the chanting of Om. Om. Now we invite you to nurture that love that's in your heart. Just give it a tight squeeze before we send it out. And just set the intention that as you breathe in love from the divine, that the love you send out with your out breath is going wherever it needs to go in our world, touching hearts that are ready to receive it. So let's all do that together. Take a breath in and breathe it back out and send that love out to the world. Om Shanti Shanti. Om peace. 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 May love prevail and peace prevail on earth. Om Shanti. Oh, every night we make a declaration that there is peace on earth. I'm going to see if our Christine will guide us in that tonight.
Yeah, I am my honor. Easter is on my way peace. And read the prayer that peace on earth and loving your fur baby, your cat and your dogs and whoever where your animals. 1, 2, 3.
We declare that there is peace on earth. And we declare that peace begins inside of us. And that we share it with all our pets and our animals, and we be kind.
Be
Yeah.
kind. Thank you, Christine. Charlie?
Yes, we've been doing this now for 1,030 days now.
Woohoo!
As a group known as the Peace. Yes.
And we are all peas here. We have Mama Peace P. And we have Karen P. And we have Charlie P. And Catherine P. And Chris P. And Sunny P. And I don't know if Tammy's still here, but we have
I think
Tammy.
so. Yeah.
And we have all the P's all over the United States. And we have some in Europe and England. And all we
India.
and Australia and Canada.
And Marlene P's here.
And Marlene's here.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you like to be a P too?
Yeah.
And we can have, it's time for us all to awaken. We're at an important time in our growth, and we're ready to go into the 5th dimension. And we all need to wake up to that and find peace and love in our hearts. So that's where it all begins. So love you all and be kind, because kindness is love.
Thank you, Auntie Jean. Our mountaintop guru. We love you so much.
Yeah.
And if Gracie was here, she'd tell us that those hills are alive with the sound of chanting. And they are. Every time we sing it out, we know that it's filling up energy into our world. Gracie, we miss you, and we want you back with us. Sending out love to Gracie and all of those who normally come in to chant with us. Every night we're here. Come back and join us tomorrow. We're going to leave you with love in our hearts and leave you with
Namaste.
Namaste.
Hi, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Love you, angel ladies and men and peas and pods.
I love you, Catherine, so much. Good night, all.
Good night.